morning, a Piper PA31, registration November 447, Sierra Alpha, impacted trees and terrain about a quarter mile from Tuscaloosa Airport. There were 6 people on board, and they were all fatally injured. Over the next few days, we'll be gathering the factual evidence, the perishable evidence, and we will document the wreckage. Over the course of the investigation, we will be looking into the man, the machine, and the environment to determine what happened and how we can prevent it in the future. Our preliminary report will be released in about 10 days, and the factual report will be released in about a year. Both reports can be found on our website, which is www.ntsb.gov. For the latest information, you can reach our Public Affairs Division at 202-314-6100. That's 202-314-6100. Lastly, I'd like to thank all the first responders for this accident. They've been working very hard and been very diligent throughout the process. And we really appreciate everything they've done. I'd be happy to take a few questions.
What have you seen?
What have you learned at all?
Well, I just documented the wreckage this morning. I photographed the scene, and later today, the manufacturer representatives will be arriving. We have a manufacturer from the representative from the engine company and the airframe company, and I'm going to go through the wreckage tomorrow. There's a question over here.
Can you talk about, I guess, either looking at the pilot's history or the plane's history, and what kind of role does that play as well?
That'll play a huge role. That we need to find the pilot's logbook, and we're going to look into the maintenance records for the airplane. We have found the pilot's logbook, but we are still searching for the maintenance records. Once we find both of those and put them together, we'll document all of them and use that throughout the course of the investigation.
For planes that small, is there anything similar to a black box that could let you know mechanically what was going on while they were in the air and I guess at the time of the crash itself?
Sometimes there's reportable data, such as GPS position, things like that. I don't quite know what's on this airplane, but we're going to be looking through it when we search the wreckage later today and tomorrow.
Do you know yet if the pilot had completed all necessary training, simulator training for this type of aircraft specifically?
I don't know that yet. We're going to get a hold of his pilot records, and we're going to look through that.
How long do you estimate it will take to remove the wreckage from the crash site?
I'm hoping about a day. I think I'm going to have the salvage company come in tomorrow, and we're going to work on it and hopefully get it out there by tomorrow night.
Is there anything from past experience this plane came awfully close to making 1,000 feet? And a distress call, I guess, about 10 minutes before it crashed. Is there anything that you can surmise about this kind of crash? The weather was reasonably good. When they come that close, what kind of catastrophe must this have been?
I cannot. I'm just going to look at the evidence for this case and then use that to determine the factual evidence and kind of figure out what happened with this.
To your knowledge, have there ever been any other fatal crash accidents here at the airport? To your knowledge?
I don't know.
How many NTSB employees are working this case today?
Just me.
Okay.
Do y'all know if the impact killed them or the fire killed them? Do you know that?
Where are you based?
I'm out of Ashburn, Virginia. Last question.
Not to say the obvious, but how important is it to be out there to get your evidence, dot the I's, cross the T's, to, get what you can and glean as much knowledge as you can?
It's extremely important, and that's why we're very diligent, and I couldn't have done it without the help of local